Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the inside of the Ashtoons studio late on a rainy Monday night. What is it? May the 23rd, 2022. And today's video is going to be a little experimental. I have been kind of storing food away because of the rising prices, and also I think we should all be doing a little prepping. But I have been avoiding storing the puddings away because I tried to see if maybe you could make pudding with substitute milks like almond milk, and it just doesn't work. You have to have some kind of milk to activate the thickening agent, some kind of, I think it's the protein in the milk that you absolutely have to have. So, yeah, why store this kind of thing away when if you really had to get into emergency stores of food, then milk would probably be very hard to come by. You would just be limited to using this as a drink mix or something, which I guess would still be okay. But then, in the bargain bin at Save More, I actually found this the other day. It's a powdered goat milk. And the expiration date is all the way in 2024, in April of 2024. So it's got a long shelf life, comparable to the pudding. And so, yeah, it says Jello on it, but it's actually pudding. The Jello is the brand name that makes the pudding. This is one of my favorite flavors. So, yes, the experiment today is going to see if I can make pudding from dried, powdered goat milk. So let's get started. Alright, there's supposed to be a scooper in here somewhere, so I'm going to have to dig through here and find it. It's a little messy, but okay, there it is. Alright, let's go ahead and pour 2 cups of warm water. For each cup of water, I'm supposed to add 2 scoops of not packed down, or unpacked, I think they said unpacked, powdered goat milk. So for 2 cups, that would be a total of 4 scoops. 2, 3, and 4. Oh man, this stuff is like going everywhere. Alright. Only moments. You know what? I'm just realizing I have my goat milk stuff shirt on. That was completely a coincidence. I didn't even do that on purpose. It's definitely, yeah, it's definitely starting to smell like goat milk. It actually smells pretty good. Alright, so just going to pour that into the mixing bowl and open up the powdered mix. This is a very simple thing to make, you know, just combine 2 ingredients and stir and allow to cool and thicken. Right, here we go. Pistachio pudding in an appropriately colored pistachio green mixing bowl. Slowly pour it on in. That smell makes me think of that ambrosia marshmallow salad that you get a lot, so many potlucks have. Alright. Combine, don't clump, please don't clump. Well, I noticed it wasn't thickening up quite as fast as it should. It says here it's supposed to thicken up in like 5 minutes. So I thought maybe that was because I had used the warm water to reconstitute the milk, so I let it stand in the refrigerator overnight. It's now 10 o'clock in the morning the next day. And it has thickened up, but it's not what you would think of as pudding thick. So I guess this is kind of a fail. That is kind of disappointing. It looks more like that Nickelodeon slime than it does pudding. Take 2. After publishing that last video, somebody in the comments mentioned that the milk itself is supposed to be cold, which I would have realized if I had just looked at the instructions a little closer. It actually says it right there at the top of the ingredients. Cold milk. But it's asking for 2%. This is non-fat, so there's still a chance it might not work. This time I have allowed it to sit in the refrigerator for a few hours and chill. So this time we're going to be using the reconstituted goat milk, nice and chilled. Dashel. Come on, please thicken up this time. Please thicken up this time. It's about 5 minutes later, and it worked. Having the milk cold, we got pudding. That is definitely the consistency of pudding. Even though this is non-fat, I just noticed that right here, non-fat, and it did call for 2%. It worked anyway. Let's do a little side-by-side comparison on the viscosity of the pour there. Yeah, see that. That is pudding. Okay, so here's what I had left over from the last batch, and you can see that. Very thin. And then this is starting with chilled milk. And that, yeah, that worked. Well, thank you so much, Foxy Wolf, for that very informative comment. I now know... Oh, that's delicious. I now know that I can stockpile powdered goat milk and pudding, and up to 2 years into the future, even with no electricity, I can still make pudding. And it's delicious. Oh, that was awesome. Make sure to give this a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on notifications. I look forward to reading your comments. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one.